Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories where I go with them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, I'm going to be covering part 21 of the longest running story in this channel, which is titled, While Wife Thought Her Affair Was Going Unnoticed, Husband Was Playing the Long Game Preparing for War. And guys, here we are, part 21. We may get to 25 by New Year's Day, but if not, we're getting close. And I'm not going to do a big recap on this guy's whole story because I'll be here for 45 minutes. You all know at this point. Well, our guy, he is now, as you all recall, divorced, and he's getting used to post-divorce life. And you recall from the last couple stories, he's been seeing this Indian chick called Shreya or something like that. And anyhow, he's just kind of getting back on that horse, enjoying life, being single again, dealing with his demons, the things he went through. And anyhow, his update here is about things with her and how his crazy ex Emily, guess what? Emily now knows he's seeing this Shreya chick and ain't too happy about that. But, and that'll be a little bit more in the story here, but he's going to go into his relationship with her, and as you recall, this Shreya chick is here on business, but she's going to be going back to India pretty soon and be arranged with somebody, but meanwhile, he's having his fun with her, taking it easy, learning, and hey, that's all we can hope for this guy, given what he's been through. So his update, he says here, so I got a call from Matt's wife about Emily. There we go. But some background first. Shreya and I are kind of sort of dating. I say that because I'm not being myself around her. I'm not overly investing emotionally in the relationship. For the few hours that we're together, when we're together, I'm the funny guy, or the fun guy. She knows I'm recently divorced. I didn't say why I'm divorced. I only say it didn't work out between us, or we were fundamentally incompatible as people and just made sense to end it. I don't vent about my ex. I don't share about my struggles. I don't open up to her really. Well, good, dude, because you shouldn't be making her your therapist. She wants to have a good time and hang out before she goes back to India and gets hitched with some sucker, let's be honest here, because she doesn't want to hear that. You don't make your girl your therapist, so good. I mean, I listen to her and comment about what she has to say with limited info about my own experiences when appropriate, but she really doesn't have any idea how much of the ordeal I've been through. I use the time we're together to forget about my life and to pretend to be a normal human being, and I like making her laugh. I don't stay overnight, and I think we're pretty clear with each other on our relationship. Yeah, your relationship is short-term, nothing more. This is good this guy's doing this, because after like a decade with his freaking bitch wife, this has helped him get back to things. He's got a lot to work on. And he's getting laid with a good-looking Indian chick. Great. And she can cook. That's even better. Spending more time with her, I can see that I'm not comfortable with certain things. She's super competitive. It was cute in the beginning, but it's getting kind of annoying. Hear that? After a little while, he's starting to see what she's really like. In the beginning, the guys get obsessed with her looks and her body and getting laid, but now he's finding things about her that are irritating. That's why you spend time before you get hitched with somebody. Also, she likes to wear very tight little shorts and sports bras when she works out with nothing else on. I know I'm going to incur the wrath of a bunch of people, but Emily used to wear this outfit. However, she'd wear a loose t-shirt over it and keep it on the whole time at the gym. I know everyone's different with their own style. Call me controlling if you want, but if I were seriously dating a girl and she worked out every day in basically a glorified bikini, I'd be uncomfortable with that situation. Okay, so this Indian gal who's going to go back to India and act all proper and get arranged here in the U.S., she's going to the gym practically wearing nothing, and this guy doesn't like it. Well, you know what? He's not her boyfriend. They're just having fun, nothing more. So you know what? Drop it. End of story. And guess what? A lot of gals go to the gym and wear pretty much as little as possible. Their butts are hanging out and all that. You can see their boobs are I'm in South Florida. You see it all the time. And by the way, it ain't just chicks in their late teens and 20s that do this. There are women in their 40s doing this. I do realize I'm a hypocrite because I didn't mind Emily or Shreya wearing a bikini at the pool, lake, or beach. It's just a thing with me, and maybe I need to change my attitude, but it makes me uncomfortable. Well, again, she's not your girlfriend, so who cares? You're just having fun with her, and you're banging her, and that's the end of it. And it's different wearing a bikini or a bikini-looking thing to the pool or the beach or the lake as opposed to the frickin' gym. She likes attention. That being said, I never mentioned to Shreya anything about how she dresses. I just keep it to myself because I figure we're not going to be long-term anyway. Exactly, brother. I can shrug it off for a couple months until this thing ends naturally. I see these as relatively minor issues at this point. See, he's getting used to going back into the dating scene, and you're going to be dealing with. If this was a chick that he was going to get serious with, then he could lay out boundaries. But for just a hookup, nah. So there's no wedding bells in our future. That's what I'm saying, which shouldn't be a surprise to you guys at this point. She's still talking about going home to India this December, and we both know it's for matchmaking. It is a weird thing. This relationship is something I can do long term, but it fits where I am right. This is not something I can do long term, but it fits where I am right now. She helped me realize that I'm desirable as a person and not trash that was thrown away, a participation trophy or a human safety net. I don't see myself getting into another relationship after she leaves. I don't think I'll ever casually date. Well, never say never, but the point is, this gal came along at the right time for him to, slowly get back on track. He says here, now, on to the thing that started the whole thing with Emily. Okay, because remember, his ex is now figured out he's seeing somebody. And if you all recall, he didn't want it to get back to his ex because he expected her to have another meltdown and be a lot of drama. And after what he's been through, he doesn't need the drama. He says here, last Monday was Diwali. It's an Indian holiday. Shreya hangs out with a bunch of Indian friends during this time, and they have a big party since her family are all in India. They're all expats and in various stages of life. Most are around her age, but there were older couples and kids. I went with Shreya, who was wearing a very festive outfit. One thing I learned about Shreya is that she likes showing off her belly. Well, it sounds like Shreya likes showing off everything. There were other girls dressed like her. The guys wore those long sleeve shirts where their hems go down to your knees, or below your knees. Yours truly was in his business casual attire, sticking out like a sore thumb. There were other non-Indians there, but they all got the memo. Meanwhile, I'm dressed like the nice party, but can I interest you in some term life insurance outfit? I brought a $100 bottle of wine with me because that's my default holiday party bring. Why would you dress like the rest of the crew who are Indian wearing traditional outfits? You're in America. You can wear regular business casual. If hospitality and friendliness were an F5 tornado, it would be Diwali. Plates of samosas, desserts, and waste-destroying carbs were pushed on me, and I devoured it all. Lots of curry-type things soaked up with parantha and naan, and other incredible food. After the initial onslaught of hosts and aunties, I talked with the other guys there. A lot of them were fellow tech industry types, so we found common ground. Everyone was super friendly and accepting. Then came the event that made it a memorable evening. Well, this sounds fun. Good people, good times, good food. I love Indian food. Well, I grabbed what looked like a crispy pita chip and spooned a bunch of green salsa stuff on it and took a bite. Whoa, dude, you gotta be careful with that Indian salsa, for lack of a better term here. That's when the blazing heart of the sun entered my mouth. About 30 seconds after swallowing the chips and salsa, demons attacked my tongue with razor blades. I could feel heat coming from my stomach. My face turned red, and I had sweat pouring out of me. I grabbed a bottle of water, and it did nothing at all. I went to an older lady there, who I thought was one of the hosts, and asked for some milk. I was doubled over with my hands on my knees. She gave me some kind of yogurt drink and toned down for the pain of Satan's ass toned down from Satan's ass to blast furnace. Shreya was there, laughing and wiping my face with a hand towel. Pictures were taken of us. Listen, hear that part? Pictures were taken. FaceTime calls back to India were interrupted and turned towards me. They didn't make fun of me too much and were even sympathetic, some telling me about the entire time they made a similar mistake. I laughed. It was funny to me. So if any of you guys have ever been to an Indian restaurant or, and had some of that salsa they have that looks like salsa, this green shit, yeah, small amounts, just like wasabi, small amounts until you get used to it. Otherwise, you're going to be breathing fire. Well, it was a blast overall, and I had the best time I had in quite a while. Good, dude. You deserved it. This Friday after Diwali, I got a call from Matt's wife. Remember, Matt is his bro, and his wife knows Emily. We talked a bit about motherhood and the new baby and how she wistfully remembers what sleep is. After that, she just comes out and says, if I was seeing someone. Man, word spreads fast. This guy's been trying to keep things on the down low to save himself some Emily drama. I told her no and asked why she was asking. She said that Emily had called her and was very upset after seeing a photo of me with another woman on social media. Frankly, if I was this guy, I would not be hiding anything. Yeah, I'm seeing another woman. Who cares? And if Emily has a fucking meltdown and goes to the hospital, couldn't happen to a nicer girl. I played stupid, and she said, hold on, and texted me a screenshot of a post that had a photo of me and Shreya at the Diwali. I was red-faced and sweaty, and Shreya was toweling me off. So when he had that green shit, and his mouth was on fire, people were taking pictures, and somehow it spread to social media and got back to his ex. That's how it is nowadays. We were both laughing, and from the screenshotted post, it looked like someone from my work reposted a post from someone at the party. It was one of the women who works in my company who goes to my wife for hairstyling. It was reposted for laughs like, look at this white boy eating a big glob of green chutney and not like true love. I laughed and told Matt's wife that I went to the Diwali party, and while there, I accidentally ingested the Fukushima reactor core, and kind-hearted people rescued me. Matt's wife commented that my rescue squad was really pretty. I was non-committal and said, oh, you think so? She responded that Emily was very upset upon seeing the photo and contacted her about it. I told her I was merely socializing with friends at the party. I also said that that's how Emily feels. It's not my problem anymore. Good. It is not your problem. After everything she put you through, she's jealous and upset that you're moving on, that you're with another woman. Fuck her. After everything that she's done to this guy here, fucking nerve. And don't let your buddy's wife give you shit. But frankly, own it. Yeah, I'm seeing another chick. I'm banging this younger girl with a nice body from India. So what? Deal with it. Matt's wife said I shouldn't let this change me into a bitter person, and I said that it was about a year too late for that, and any bitterness I have only extends to Emily and not my friends. I told her to kiss her new baby for me, and I had to go and hang up on her. I'd tell your buddy and her to basically back off. I think Matt's wife must have been bored on maternity leave. She's really sharp, she's an actuary, so I think she just needs that kind of brain stimulation, and this is it. No, what she needs is drama, because all women crave drama, and this is how she's getting it through her friend. And who the fuck is she to lecture you about bitterness or stuff like that? Or Emily being upset? Fuck Emily. Oh yeah, right, Emily's been fucked a lot. I called up Matt this morning and asked him if he said anything about Shreya to his wife. He assured me he did not, and he said that his wife talked to him about the photo and showed it to him and asked about Shreya, but he played dumb and shrugged his shoulders. I told him to tell his wife that she needs to put all her attention on their baby and give her ministry a rest. That's funny. I told him to tell his wife and Emily that it's nothing, and even if it wasn't, that's none of their business. Thank you. It is none of their business. This guy's divorced, finally. Frankly, if it were me, given what she did, I'd be making sure everybody knew I was banging this much better looking, much younger Indian babe, as well as others. Oh yeah, revenge is sweet. But that's just me. I haven't ever seen Emily angrily confront anyone, so I don't think that's in my future, but I don't know. I've been enjoying relative peace here, and I don't want that to end. I'll fight that battle and make that confrontation if I have to, but I don't want to have to do that much longer. You know? I think maybe I'm used to talking about other people's feelings into consideration, or taking other people's feelings into consideration too much, and I just need to stop it. He says, this is some high school shit. I'm 31, right? Please tell me if I'm still 31. Yeah, you're 31, but guess what? A lot of people behave like children, and you can get wrapped up in high school shit. And your buddy's wife should mind her own fucking business and keep her opinions to herself. And, she's acting like high school. But guess what? Women, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, on up, are still going to act like children with the gossip and the drama and all that because they love it and act like they're in fucking high school. But the only issue I have is this guy needs to just come clean. I'm seeing a chick, casual, no big deal. And if Emily has a tantrum over it, fuck her. She deserves that kind of stress and anxiety. And if she shows up at his house, remember, if she sees him, there's all this money in escrow put away that if she breaks the vow not to see him, if you guys remember that, he's going to get a nice payday. Hey, but some people may say it's not worth the drama. But I'm convinced she's going to break it. It's going to happen sooner or later. She's going to try to get back with him, some meltdown, and we'll have a funny post. So that's what's going on with him. Now, typically, a lot of people ask him questions. He responds to a lot of things. So I'm going to read some things he said in the comment section because a lot of people were chiming in on various things. He says here, with regards to the outfits and stuff that Shrey is wearing, he says, yeah, you actually hit closer to the truth, and I'd like to admit. I don't think it's about the clothes themselves. I don't look at Shreya and think cheater. She's not Emily, and what she wears doesn't bother me in a moral sense. But yeah, there's probably some old wiring in my head that associates certain kinds of attention with danger. When you've been burned, your brain starts linking random stuff together, and like time of day, certain cologne, a look, a phone notification tone. I think that's probably what's happening here. Part of it, too, is realizing that I probably do prefer a more conservative style, not because I want to control anyone, but because I feel calmer when things are low-key and not flashy. I used to tell myself that, and that made me uptight, but now I think it's just who I am as a person. Well, there you go. That's good. By him dating this chick and seeing her wear skimpy outfits to the gym, and he doesn't like that, gives him kind of bad memories. Well, now he knows that he wants a more conservative girl, if he can find one nowadays. But also teaches him when he will eventually get into a relationship because he's that guy. Let's be honest here. He'll know to set boundaries. And if a girl doesn't do that, he walks. Another one about, let's see here, him not talking about admitting he's dating. He says, fair point here. I don't disagree with the spirit of what you're saying. I'm not out here trying to build some kind of web of deception. It's just that after everything, full transparency feels like opening a window during a hurricane. I'm not asking Matt to lie for me. Just stay out of it. His wife has a habit of relaying everything she hears to Emily in the name of concern, and I'm fucking over it. Then stand up for yourself. Tell that guy's wife to stop freaking sending information about you to your ex. End of fucking story. You're right that lying is a slippery slope. I lived that for a year and watched it wreck my life. I'm not interested in repeating it. I just want boundaries. There's a difference between keeping something private and constructing an alibi. But yeah, I probably could have handled it more directly. I'll talk to Matt again and make it clear I don't expect him or his wife to cover for me. I can live with Emily being mad. It's just that I don't want to feed the drama machine. See, it's all about the drama. Well, frankly, if it were me after what he went through, I'd be feeding the drama machine. I'd make sure Emily went crazy. Knowing I was banging younger chicks. And last one, this guy, he's still reflecting on the whole being covert about the whole dating thing. He says, you're right. It's basically two people having fun with no terms attached. And yeah, the whole hiding thing probably looks stupid from the outside. It's not about trying to protect Emily's feelings or secretly holding a torch for her. It's more about avoiding unnecessary drama. Every time Emily spirals, there's collateral damage from mutual friends, gossip chains, people suddenly calling me to check in. I've had peace for months, and I'm not in a hurry to give that up. I don't blame the guy. I really don't, but come on. I'm not ashamed of seeing Shreya. I just don't think I owe Emily an emotional progress report on my life. And the fewer sparks I throw into that bathtub of napalm, the better. All that said, yes, part of me probably is still wired to think about how things will affect her. 13 years of conditioning doesn't vanish after a divorce decree, so I'm still unlearning it. But there's no secret future with her plan. I'm just trying to exist without getting dragged into another round of chaos. Okay, well, there you go. So anyhow, we may get to part 25 by Christmas. If not, it'll be pretty close. But I like to hear this guy, everything he's been through. This whole story started back in February, for goodness sake, that he's survived and he's starting over. And this goes to show you guys, you married for a while, relationship for a while, goes bad. It's going to take time to get things back to normal. 13 years with her, married, is no small amount of time. So if you're going through a divorce right now, it will get better, but there's going to be a roller coaster. There's going to be drama. So I always like hearing from this guy, and I will let you know, guys, if there's another update down the road. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And, guys, you find a good story you want me to cover, send it my way, strongsuccessfulmail@gmail.com. And if it's a good one, I'll definitely cover it. And be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.